alive. Glory to Jesus. The one that don't be alive, you have nothing to get. But as long as you be alive unto God, God said, I will make you aware. Because everything that you need, I am responsibility for it. I am responsible for it. That blessing will follow you all the days of your life. So we come this morning to meet the Lord. And to everyone that is on the line, we must now greet you in the mighty name of Jesus. So we ask you to set yourself in order because God's going to provide for you. Hallelujah. As we happy till we can't happy no more. Glory to Jesus. Father said, upon that rock I built my church, and the gates of hell shall not prevail against my people. Hallelujah. So therefore, my brothers and sisters, all trust given unto you from God. He said, keep your faith that I give unto you, and I will open every door for you. That better will always follow you. Glory to Jesus. And it is a wonderful privilege we get from God. Wonderful privilege, my brothers and sisters. Because Father, all you're there for us. When everybody turn against you, Jesus Christ in line for you. Hallelujah. So Father shall will send blessing from heaven right unto you wherever you be. He will anoint you from the top of your head right down to the sole of your feet. He will move and destroy every powers of darkness that come up against you. Hallelujah. So what a friend, what a friend, what a friend, what a friend we have in Jesus. All our sins and grief to bear. What a privilege to carry everything to the Lord in prayer. So we say, most holy, righteous, and everlasting God, Father, we thank you in the mighty name of Jesus. We are your children, we come, Father. We come to receive from you. Because you always bring something for us, God. You always bring something for each and every one of us. So we come this morning, Father, with your name, with your power, with your glory, with your blessing, that we may be able to receive everything that you say you care for us, God. And we're begging you for healing. For the one them that's sick. You know them, Jesus. You look upon them right now. And I ask you for healing. From the top of their head. Right down to the sole of their feet. So we ask you, Jesus, guide them. Protect them. Let blessing follow them. All the rest of their life. But without you, Jesus, we won't be able to make it without you. So we have to stick by you, Jesus. We got to stick by you. Because it's only you can help, nobody else. Hallelujah. So we say congratulations to everybody that's on the line. We want everybody to mute your phone. Because we want everybody to say glory to God.
Mute your phone, everyone. Unmute your phone. Amen.
We say greetings again to everybody on the line.
Hello, hello. This is how to everybody.
Greetings to you, sister. Greetings. Yes, man. Greetings to you all, man. You know enjoy no life, man. You know enjoy no life, sister. Don't let no devil stop you, no. Enjoy no life, sister. Yes, man. Enjoy no life. Don't let Satan tap you. When Satan is a set aside and to pull out everything out of your hand what God gives to you. So rebuke and discharge the devil out of your life. Move him away from you. Hallelujah. Tell him so you know for not for him, but you for God. And Father said unto you, I will anoint you, all my children, from the crown of your head, right down to the sole of your feet. And he said, you will overcome every devil that rises up against you. Because him gonna show you, and him gonna help you. So glory be to God. Tonight. You got a miracle night, testimony night. So we ask you to invite somebody. Tell them come. No matter who you be in your family, invite somebody out of your family. And if you can't find nobody, invite one stranger. And if you can't find no stranger, look for your worst enemy. And him we are look for. The worst enemy that you have, and him we looking for. Because we are going to ask God to anoint him and bring him out of the darkness and put him in light. And he will no more be an enemy to you. So you must come find somebody somewhere about. Tell them come. And I can get anything they want. So we're happy to meet everybody this morning. And we welcome you in the mighty name of Jesus. Welcome you in the mighty name of Jesus. Hallelujah. And we are going to pray this morning. We want you to pray. The same one not like you, I may want you to put out. I him we want out of your life. The same one that they fight against you. You know, if you ask out no question, you know, because you know who. Same one when I love you. Same one when I want you nothing for you. Same one I try to rob you. Same one I try to keep you down. I want you to put him right in the hands of God. Don't be afraid. Put him in the hands to the Lord. And Father will give him the answer. Father God can pay him for you. God can pay him for you. And he never mess with you no more. Hallelujah. So every one of you on the line, sisters and brothers, remember we one family. And we're here to help each other. We no care, we no come up with take off, put on problem for people, you know. We come up with take off problem. We no come to put on none. So no matter who you is, the situation that you are in, look for better. Better must come. And I'm certified to you by my word that I speak to Jesus. Better must come. Dead or alive, better must come. I don't want you to give up. Because Father told you, he said, I will make a way for my children. And God no speak no word and he no come true, you know. He no speak no word and he no come true. Every word that he speak must have become true. So whether you believe, it will come true. Whether you don't believe, it will come true. Hallelujah. And we love you, children of God. We love you. We're gonna give you a couple of minutes for prayer. Hallelujah. So go ahead, take somebody minute and go. When leave the rest for me where you don't want. Anything you don't want, you leave your back for me. But you take your portion and go. Hallelujah. Enjoy your portion. Enjoy your portion of blessing. Leave little behind for me. And the Lord bless you, the Lord keep you, and the Lord provide for you. And every devil that rises up against you, my word to God, have to move out of sight. So God bless you and we love you in Jesus' name.
Amen. Father, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth, as we come before you this afternoon, Father God, telling you thank you for all the wonderful blessings that you bestow upon us today, Father God, especially me this afternoon. I want to thank you, Father God, for every blessing that you've given unto us. Everything, Jesus, that you blessed the fruit of our lives.
Lord God, we pray God for wisdom, knowledge, and Jesus. Lord, we pray God for a blessing this morning. Feed my cup, Lord, flow. Lord God, I know everything about me, God. Father God, this morning, God, as I come to put my enemy to rest, God. Father God, I come and put every setup of the enemy, my God. Oh God, I pray we will attack this morning in the name of Jesus Christ. Father, I pray, God, this morning about faith. Lord God, give me wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Mighty God, use it, God, and God alone. There is no other God but you, God, this morning. God, touch me, oh God, night me, oh God. Father, God, protect your son from the hands of the enemy. Protect your son this morning, God, from all the evil's doors, mighty God. Father, God, protect me, mighty God, from every spirit of Jezebel this morning, mighty God. Father, I pray, God, this morning, Jesus, bring up a mighty culture. Oh, God, touch me, oh, God, this morning, Jesus. Oh, God, I come against the wizard and warlock this morning, mighty God. Father, that shitty enemy out there, Jesus. They come like a warrior lion. See, they can be poor, mighty God. But in the name of Jesus Christ, I trample every bit of the enemy this morning, God. Father God, is a miracle working God this morning, God. Lord God, touch and anoint this morning, Jesus. And that's your God this morning by my faith and by my belief. Lord God, I shall be healed in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Lord God, I shall be healed in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Back every generation curse this morning, God. Father God, lift me up, God, and let me stand. Lord God, I'm asking God to plant my feet this morning on higher ground this morning, Jesus. Oh God, this morning, God is a God, and God alone. There is no other God but you, God, this morning, God. Father God, come against every plot, mighty God. What a enemy God want to set up around me, Jesus. But in the name of Jesus Christ, I send Holy Ghost fire now to burn up every plan of the enemy this morning, God. Lord God, I send Holy Ghost fire in the name of Jesus. To mash up every Satan plan this morning, mighty God. Oh God, here's my children. Here's my children this morning, Jesus. Oh God, my children, our children. Lord, I pray that you touch them this morning. My sons, my granddaughters, my daughters, mighty God. I put them before you this morning, God. Oh, God, backslider, favor. Oh, God, I put them before you, God, this morning. Lord, I wrap them up, God, in the blood of Jesus Christ. Lord, God, let them take up in the blood of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Father, God, I pray that I roast them, God. That's every shepherd the enemy plan upon them this morning, mighty God. And that's not God to turn them all into the life, you God. Because you're the life keeper, you're the life savior. You're the God, the God who set us up and that brought some sin. Father, God, I pray God for mercy. Oh God, I stretch the hand over to make a long love this morning, mighty God. To up down every gunman, every second of the gunman this morning, God. Oh God, reverse it, mighty God. Father God, let them bow at your feet this morning. Oh God, remember those family, mighty God, in Cherry She in Rupert, mighty God, in football, God. Those family have moments, more for the love one, mighty God. But God, I'm asking God to touch an anointed family, mighty God. Cover them now with the blood of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Oh God, I pray God this morning, God, stretch your hand, mighty God, over them, mighty God. And listen, every knee shall bow and every tongue confess this morning, God. Let every wicked confess unto you, God, this morning. Because you say God and God and alone. You never leave us, mighty God. Father God, touch and anoint this man, God. Father God, remember all prophets and the line this morning, Jesus. Lord God, I'm asking God to cover now with the blood. Oh God, let the blood of Jesus speak this morning, mighty God. Oh, that child of God, the prophet of God, the children of God. Father God, I pray, God, this morning, God, cover now with the blood of Jesus. Remember his wife, mighty God. Sister Beverly Patterson, mighty God, that birthday woman, mighty God, to make this a birthday, mighty God. Father God, in the name of Jesus, I pray to God that she will live to see many, many more birthdays, mighty God. Father God, I pray that the mighty God, cover her with the blood of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Oh God, she's a child of God, she's a woman of God, mighty God. Father God, I pray that this morning is going to touch her, mighty God. Oh God, I pray that for miracle this morning, mighty God. Let you see many more birthdays to come, Jesus. Oh God, I pray that you will allow life like that. Invest in my authority, mighty God. Father God, I pray, God, this morning, touch her this morning, God. Let her cup overflow, mighty God. Father God, I pray, God, that many doors that God, Father God, I pray God, overdose of Almighty God. Lord, I pray God for a miracle over her, God. I pray God for your grace this morning upon her this morning. Touch and anoint her this morning, Jesus. Oh God, miracle for her, mighty God. Father, remember your children this morning and miracle for your life. Oh God, who are sick this morning, God, and cannot get healed, mighty God. I pray that you turn them around, Jesus. Oh God, I pray God to turn them around this morning, Jesus. Oh God, let the light shine for them again, mighty God. So many of them live in the darkness, mighty God. But I come against every darkness, every enemy this morning, mighty God. I come against every wizard and warlock this morning, mighty God. Father God, I ask you, God, to clear the way, God, for your children and murder prayer line this morning, God. Those who are sick, mighty God. Those who are the enemy that has of sickness upon them, mighty God. Father God, I'm asking you, God, to clear the way for them. Oh God, I'm asking you, God, to heal them now in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Lord God, shine a light around them, mighty God. Oh God, I pray, God, this morning. Some don't have a job, mighty God. But in the name of Jesus Christ, I declare job now in the name of Jesus. Father God, in the name of Jesus Christ, I declare job upon job now in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Father God, some of at home, mighty God. Some people are living on the street, mighty God. But Father God, I come against every attack of the enemy, God. Lord God, I'm asking God to provide home for your children. So many of them homeless, mighty God. But in the name of Jesus, this is a home in heaven just waiting for me. My God, when I reached here, oh, happy I be, mighty God. Father God, I know God use the greatest. Oh, God, you never fail us, God. But so many times we fail. So many times we give up. So many times we against Almighty God. But God, I know God, use it, God, and God alone. There is no other God but you, Father. Lord, God, I touch even mother now. In the hospital, mighty God, I give you birth at this moment. Mighty God, Father God, I'm going to say, God, for safe carriage, mighty God, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Oh God, I pray, God, this morning, mighty God, touch and unite every people, mother, mighty God. Father God, I pray, God, oh God, find up every situation of the enemy, every plan of the enemy, mighty God. Oh God, touch and unite, mighty God. I pray, God, this morning for safety, deliver, mighty God. Father, rest everything in us, God. Oh God, we know God is a doctor. We know God is the greatest doctor, mighty God. Father, I pray, God, this morning, touch and anoint me, God. Lord God, if any sickness in my body, mighty God, what the enemy, God, on the bed of the sun, oh God, I come against it, I move it in fire in the name of Jesus Christ. Lord God, I pray, God, Holy Ghost fire in the name of Jesus Christ. I burn out every sickness, what the enemy want to place upon me now, in the name of Jesus Christ. I root it out by root, oh God, root up and root, mighty God, and root it up now, in the name of Jesus. I stir up every sickness, I stir up every pain, mighty God. Father, I'm going to flush it out of my system. Lord God, I send it back to the pit of hell. So God, we know God is the healer. Lord, I pray God for healing all over my body in the name of Jesus. Lord God, healing in the name of Jesus Christ. All over my body, from the crown of my head to the sole of my feet. Oh God, I declare healings in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Lord God, may I still God to open doors for your son. Mighty God, the enemy want to lock my door, mighty God. My spiritual door, the enemy cannot close it. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Father God, I pray, God, those who are eat after the enemy table, mighty God. Those who are eating and sleeping and dream, mighty God. Father God, anything God they eat, mighty God, from the enemy table this morning, in the name of Jesus Christ, I pray, God, they're going to vomit it out now, in the name of Jesus Christ. Lord God, whatever the enemy, mighty God, you're eating from the enemy this morning, in your dream, in your vision this morning, mighty God, I pray, God, in the name of Jesus, upset them stomach, God, let them vomit it up now, in the name of Jesus Christ. Lord, as I raise my right hand, mighty God, come out of them now, in the name of Jesus Christ. What the enemy planted shut up your stomach, come out now, in the name of Jesus. I pray that as Holy Ghost fireman, stir the stomach, mighty God. I pray, God, this morning, Lord God, I ask you, God, to disturb the enemy, Lord God, disturb the enemy. Let it vomit it out now, in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Father, pray, God, a miracle this morning. I pray, God, this morning, Jesus, that the enemy cannot touch the child of God. I pray that the enemy cannot touch your children. Lord God, the devil want our children to eat of him, mighty God. He give us so many things, mighty God, in our dream, mighty God. Sometimes in our vision, we eating food from dead people, mighty God. But in the name of Jesus Christ, we reverse it now. No more dream we eating from the enemy. Father, I pray now in the name of Jesus, we set that enemy on fire, God. We set that table of the enemy. Burn on that table now. We burn up that plate now. We burn up that food now. We set it in fire in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. Release your children, God. Release your people, mighty God. God, release your children, mighty God, from the pit of hell. Release your children, mighty God. Release your children, God. Release your children, mighty God. In the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. No more eating in the dream. No more eating in the vision, mighty God. We flush it out of the system. We flush it out of their body. We flush it out of their stomach, mighty God. We flush it out of their tummy now. In the name of Jesus Christ. Set your children free. Set your children free. In the name of Jesus Christ. In the name of Jesus. Father God, I'm asking God for mercy. I'm asking God for mercy. In the name of Jesus Christ. God bless. God bless. And I ask everyone this morning, I pray that to drink a cup of a miracle healing this morning. And ask everyone for a miracle prayer this morning. Young and old, drink a cup of a miracle healing water and see what will do to your body. There is something He got to do to your body's man. Because a lot of us need from the enemy to in our dream, in our vision. And the Lord wants to do something. Sometimes some sick of our body and we don't know how we're sick. Some pain, stomach pain, all type of things, tummy pain, and we don't know. In our dream, we feed after the enemy. Because the enemy is pretty terrible. A lot of food here. We eat it in our vision and we don't know. Sometimes we eat it for it's so nice in our dream. And ask everyone now, I'm looking for the life. The Lord has blessed the water last one. The prophet has blessed the water, miracle healing water. And ask everyone and miracle land this morning to drink a cup of miracle healing water. I'm going to drink it now. I'm going to drink it now. In Jesus Christ's name. God bless you.
Praise the Lord. Bless the name of the Lord. 21. Praise God.
Bless the
Praise the
Lord.
Lord. This afternoon. Praise God. Amen. Bless the name of the Lord.
Amen. I'm running out. Can you pray for me, please?
Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Praise the Lord. Everybody hear what Pastor Simon said? Everybody hear what Pastor Simon said? You must get a cup. Get a cup of the sanctified water and drink. Yes, get a cup of the sanctified water and drink. Because sometimes you eat from people and you don't eat the right thing.
That's right. You're going to see what happens.
Yes, so get a cup of the healing water, drink it. And you're going to get a wash out. Father will let everything that you drink that no belong to you come out of you. Hallelujah. So when you go ahead, drink the blessed water, drink it. That's your medicine to your body. That keep you going, keep you fit. Cleanse all disease, all destruction, and everything that you want to write. God will wash it away from you. So go ahead and enjoy the water. That is a medicine from Christ, a medicine from Christ. And look for your result. Because certify to God anything wrong with you, Father God show it to you. Hallelujah. And we give thanks to every one of you for your prayer this morning. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. Remember again, the Lord is coming. Remember, I want you to prepare. Because Father is on his way. God is on his way. Hallelujah. So we said, prepare. Hallelujah. We don't want you to be uncomfortable. We only put you on guard that Christ is coming again. Hallelujah. So glory be to God. It's nothing for you to worry about. Only make certain you are in the right place and you're doing the right thing. Because as long as you're doing the right thing, you don't have to worry. But what about those that are not doing the right? You don't think they'll be uncomfortable? They should. And if you're not uncomfortable, yeah, you know you're doing the wrong thing. That means God, it didn't want you. Hallelujah. So we want you to submit yourself to God, sister. Because let me tell you, the blessing of God is more than anything upon you. Hallelujah. Without God, we're not happy, you know. We can't happy neither if we know Jesus. But no matter what money you have, money is not all. Christ is all. Money is not all. God is all. Money is not all. Because remember, if you took sick right now and you have $1 million in the bank, you can't call the $1,000 to come care of the hospital. You can't ask the $1,000 to do nothing for you. More than $1,000 we able to pay your bill. But he can't do nothing more for you. He can't help you. That's the only way the money can help you is to pay your bill. But you can't call the money and say, come help you. So that which was your sister and your brother is more important more than the money what you have. But you can't call any one of them and say, come here, we want a drink of water, and then give you a drink of water. The money you can't ask for nothing and the money give you. So that which way, sister, you know, sister, we are idiots when we put money in front of people. Because you took sick of yours, no matter what money you have at the bank, could you call the money and tell the money can help you? Can you ask the money to take you to the hospital? Can you ask the money to pray for you? The money can't do nothing for you. Only good, the money good for you is to spend. But no matter what you have, if you don't spend, you don't see nothing. But somebody, we put money before your brother and sister. Hey. You come up poor and you prefer dead rich. But it's not no use to you. Hello? Because let me tell you, every single soul come and then come up poor enough. Nobody no come out rich, no matter what you do. And when, if you get richer when you come here, and before you come here, so you not come here with nothing. Because when you come here, you never see nothing. You ever see anything there when you come here? Nothing you come with. Hallelujah. So we advise to my brother and sister, put your brother and sister in front of everything. Vanity is not all. Everybody come and see vanity. And sure to God you must leave it. No matter who you is, or no matter where you is, you must leave what you come here with. And I'm certified to the Lord. Because some of we have the money at the bank. And we prefer us we die hungry. More than for $1 out and take by split up from food. Because you will have good name for money. Yes, man. The woman not dead rich, you know. But you know, she dead rich, but she never spend the money. And if we examine the woman dead poor blood. Because she not spend the money. She have money, they can't spend and give away. But she not do nothing to the money. She keep the money because she don't want to have the UP of the money. She don't want the UP of the money, you know. So that's why she not give you none. She want to have all the money what she want. You see how life go? We will keep what we have to ourselves. We not spend it and we not give it. But no matter what you do, you have to give it. Because when your time comes, you have to go leave everything right here. So whether you want to give anybody, that's your business. Because when they call upon you, tell them, say, make me go get me money. When they come for you, tell him, talk to him. Tell him, say, make you go to the bank. Give me the opportunity to go to the bank to draw your money because you can't have a penny with you. You don't left none give nobody because you never used to give nobody nothing. You prefer no surrender hungry more than to give them $1. Tell me, shall I know? Tell me, shall I? You don't have one penny out of the bank and give nobody because you have your money. And nobody can help you work and you work feet. Hello. As well as no probably nobody work feet because somebody we who you see our money and the family dead they forgive you. You know? I know true that. I know true that. And your family dead left money give the world or no probably. Some family, but some carry money gone in and give to nobody. And a few family, no sister, a few family, they don't have something give you know. For a few of them, they don't care who you is. They prefer no say the money is chain at the bank and rotten more than you forget a penny outside. That's why the family must go poorer and poorer because they don't get no help from nobody. You know? The grandparents and the mother and the father, they prefer no say then they leave all the money to the government and let the government multi-millionaire richer than ever. And you they are poor, can't buy a pants or a shirt or a dress, and you don't have nothing and they not give you nothing. So every time you look at your life, you figure say your life I get better, I get worse. Because of your own people. They pull you down. They don't want to give you nothing. They don't treat you good. So you have to suffer till you're dead. If God you don't help your sister, you don't get no help. If I know Jesus Christ help you, you will never see help. That's why we're happy for God because of only we have. Some of we now no mama, no papa, no husband, no wife, no children because they not help you be nothing. But me only tell no sister, what goes around will come back around. Certify to God, certify what goes around must come back around. Hallelujah, glory to Jesus. But listen to me, my sisters and brothers. Hold on to God because you don't have no other person but Jesus. Hallelujah. Only Him can put a smile on your face. Only God alone can put a smile on your face. That's why sometimes you go to the street and you meet some people and you tell them morning and good evening and they don't answer you. Because it's like the world upon their head. They're not comfortable. They're not happy, so they don't want to hear from nobody. Hallelujah. But we are advised the children of God. We want you to put your trust in God. Because only Him we have. Hey! Only Him we have, we not nobody else. Look around you. Look if you can't call to anybody. You can't call to nobody and they look for you. And one person you can't call and they look for you, not Jesus. Hey you. Hello. Only God we can call to and Him say, good morning, son. Good morning, daughter. Hey yeah. You know, see the day where you living to know. You pass people on the street and you say good morning and they don't answer. That I want me approve, me do it sister. I don't like me and I trap me go. And I'm married trap me go. I win. Or I was yesterday man, I go down the street. I'm so one man, I'm say good morning, sir. The man not even look for me. Not even look for me. So me tell you, sister, you see some people, good God Almighty, me tell you when you see them, they come like a sea devil. Because they not no peace. And from you look upon them, don't bother say nothing to them. because they're ready to fight on you. Hallelujah. They don't have no good looks in their face.
Hallelujah.
And certain things I tell you, sister, you see some people, you don't want to say nothing to them. Because all their face stand. You don't want to say nothing to them. Because you feel say, if you said anything, they're going to run on you. Even your job, when you go to your job, look on your job. When you go to your job, you have 4 or 5 where you work on your job. And you trust me, got your job. And when you go to your job, you say good morning to everybody. And listen how many people can answer you. You look if you find 2 out of the group answer you. But they don't understand what you said. So that means you don't want to talk to some people, you know. No, man. You don't want to talk to some people because they don't look good. And they don't turn good outside and they don't turn good inside. So they see where you outside turn, I see where inside of them turn. If outside dirty, inside dirty too. So you know my people, you stay away from my people. Stay away from my people. That's why God must reinvent me different. Because as me look for you, me never talk to you if me don't want to talk to you. Because me know who you is before you say one word out of your mouth. Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus. So my brothers and sisters, it's not of people, but it's about God. Because if it wasn't God, you know, better say nothing to nobody. Hello? If I'm in the sake of Jesus, you know, tell people good morning. But Father said unto me, say, I want you to assemble yourself with my brothers and sisters. That's why you call to some people and tell to some people and talk to some people. If not, if God knows you so, you don't say nothing to nobody. Hallelujah. Glory to Jesus. What a wonderful privilege we have in God. Glory to God, man. Hallelujah. But we are coming down, my brothers and sisters. We are coming down. So we can give everybody a speech. So we'll say, have I have anything to say? You know, as usual, we have to talk with Jesus, you know. And we know why you cover up nothing, no matter what it is, sister. Because nobody can carry you to heaven, so you know we have to talk. You do not have to say nothing. Anything God lead you to, say it. Say it in the mighty name of Jesus. Who want to love you, and who don't want to love you for them business. So say your word and live. High-handed. Hey! So if you come up to anybody and one next to your death, you're gone to hell. Complain to people and complain to God. And everything available unto you. The Lord bless you. And remember, we love you. God bless you in Jesus' name. Oh, well, on 1 second, please. We have one sister. Sister Jones. Sister Jones' daughter. She had a mission going on tomorrow. And we asked God to anoint her and take her through everything that she's going through. Denika. Hallelujah. We ask God to take her through the door, every door that she go through. Father, we ask you to open every door for her. And anoint her from the corner of her head, right down to the sole of her feet. Move out every devil out of the way, Jesus. God, we ask you, Father, we shall move out every devil in the way, Father, and give the way clear to her, and that she can go from door to door, and no hindrance in her life, Jesus. Hallelujah. Anything that come across to her, Father, and is not good, we ask you to put it out. Put it out in the name of Jesus. Send blessing from heaven upon her. That everything she touch, she prosper. Everything she wish for, come true. Everything she asks for, she receive it. So we ask the Lord to sign her in. That no devil cancel her. No matter where the devil came from. So everything that you are going to do, Mama, tomorrow, peace be unto you from God. And God will go with you. And God will take you through every appointment that you have to do tomorrow. The Lord God Almighty will deliver you and cover you from the head right down to the sole of your feet. So look up to God, sister. You are going to get everything you want. Everything that you ask for, you're going to see it. And you will come back to you again. And you will prove it again. That God take you through all the door them that close on you. And you know wonder how you open and you come through. All the door lock and you come through. Father, take you through. So we ask you, Father, cover your daughter. Keep your eyes on her. Let no devil overcome her. But give her the privilege to trample Satan, Jesus. Give her the privilege to trample every devil that come across in her life. Rub out and burn out and destroy them. Put them on the other side. Hallelujah. And cover them under the blood of the Almighty God. Father, my word to you, and we have it clearly to you, Jesus, as we receive it in the mighty name of Jesus. Thank you. Thank you, sister and brother. God bless you. Thank you.
Amen.
And if there's anybody have anything to say, you can go ahead and say what you want to say.
Praise the Lord, everybody. Praise God again. Amen. You know, today.
Well on again. Well on there. Sorry. 1 minute past the sermon. 1 minute. Please, I'm begging you, sir. Hallelujah. Today is Sister Bell's birthday, you know. Yes. Sister Alison.
Yeah. Sister Olive.
Sister Alison's birthday and Beverly's birthday today.
Sister Olive.
Olive. Sister Olive. Sister Olive. Sister Olive, maybe gonna make some coffee.
Thank you.
Sister Olive.
Thank you.
Sister Olive, we're looking for you.
Thank you. Blessings. Thank you.
We can't find Sister Olive. Sister Olive must be gonna make coffee. Hallelujah. So Sister Beverly, let me greet you for your birthday in the mighty name of Jesus. And look, you see birthday? Let me tell you something. On the first 20 day you're born, you're gonna see someone's birthday. Let me tell you something, sister. Any empty you may say out of my mouth. Believe my word to God, you're going to prove it. You will prove it, sister. I said this woman where you see her, Sister Beverly, she going to be here till you're tired to see her. You're going to wonder everybody I did, but she can't did. So you mark my word to God as I helped you tonight this morning and mention it to you. You're going to see something for yourself. Be me as a witness. You're going to see something unto you. Hallelujah. I said, glory be to God. The Lord God Almighty will anoint her from the corner of her head right down to the sole of her feet and give her more power to rub out and burn out every sickness and every disappointment, every bad look in the life of her, for rub out and burn out Jesus. And I said, Father said, I will not allow you to find anything that you don't want. You find everything that you want. So you're going to be more stronger. I say you're going to be stronger. That when you speak your word, heaven turn around. You don't see nothing yet. You don't see nothing yet. Because you don't prove nothing yet. But time will come. Time will come. And every word that you speak will come to pass. Do you want to say to you? I know seminar tell you what I go on your system, I tell you what I know. I tell you what God showed to me. She ain't going to show me to other people. He ain't going to show you to me. And he will tell me to tell you about your life. And he will tell people that me can tell them about for them life too. Hallelujah. And I certify to God, sister. I say, God, if I ain't got none of you in their life today. Sister, I'm going to show you something. Say, God is really good to all of us. Much are really upon the line of work. Hey! Are you not hungry? You can't go from fire in due time, even before time. You can turn in your house and find anything you want to eat and drink. So we would be ungrateful if we not serve God. Lord God Almighty. We would be so ungrateful if we not serve God, man. Sister, you find people are working on, and they don't live better than me, you live and we not work. I am certified to the Lord, man. Because you don't notice your little bill pay, your food buy, and you have money in your pocket. And you not work. Thank good God Almighty, sister. What more blessing could you want from Jesus? And the person who are work, he know live better than you, he know live bigger than you, he know have more money more than you neither. Come again, I'm going to show you something. Just bear with me for a minute. I said, let me tell you something. From you believing in the Lord, sister, you will never suffer. I am certified to every one of you this morning. I said, from your belief in God, you will never perish. Father, always there for your sister. He always love you. He always bless you. He always take care of you. Because many days, you get up and you know, sit on breakfast. And before certain time of day come, you can sit breakfast, dinner, lunch, and everything. So you wonder, say, good God Almighty, Father, this morning I see nothing. I know you show me everything, God. Which one they came from, Jesus? Father, that's why we must love you, because you treat your family good. You take care of them, Jesus. Hallelujah. But glory to God, sister, believe my word to you. People who want to work, who are in a permanent job, no better more than you. Because God love you. Hey! And if you don't mind shop, you have money more than the people who want to work. Lord God Almighty. And you said Jesus don't love you? Well, everyone and the sister, how could you say Jesus don't love you when you have more people who they work, you have money and you not work, and you have more money more than them? Hallelujah. Sister, let me tell you something. One thing I believe in. And no matter what you tell me, I believe in a God. Because it's only Him can make you smile. Nobody else can make you smile besides God. Hallelujah. So therefore, my sister, no matter what life fail you, hold on to Jesus. No matter what life do for your sister, hold on to God. And if for the last minute prayer, I know say you're going to die this morning, 10 o'clock or 11 o'clock this morning, and you see the morning present and it coming close to 10 or 11 o'clock, you say, yes, it's time for me to stone God, so let me give up. I said, not give up until I die, Jesus. I hold you for the rest of my life, Jesus. And every time the death was rock, your life go forward. Every time it turn, your life go forward. From worse to better. Oh, every time your life was rock, sister, it rock from worse to better. Oh, good God Almighty Jesus. Father, you sting me with that word of Jesus. You sting me with that word. Every time the life would rock, he rock from worse to better. Oh, good God Almighty. Hallelujah. Father, that's why we must love you, God. And no matter what you do, nobody can stop me from saying hi to you, I love you, Nobody can change me out from you. Because you are God. Are you Jesus and I approve it? Me not ask nobody no question. I approve who are God are you. Because what you do, no man upon the face of the earth can do it. You take me through pain and sorrow. I still hear people dead, people born after me, and they are not here now. So where I am, Father, tell me, Father, where can't me this? Right into your hands, right into your hand, God. Oh, God. Glory to Jesus. Father, we tell you thanks, Father. We tell you thanks. We thank you. We thank every one of your children of God. Keep your faith to God. I have me, I go, sister. Mr. Heaven we are go, we know why you're not, Mr. Heaven we are go, and we don't want to let none at all. Hold on. And if you are dead, dead with your hands on Jesus, and dead with your heart upon God. Your suffering must come to an end. God promised unto you. These things you are going through must finish. So I'm begging you, don't give up, sister. The Lord bless you and we love you. You continue, Pastor Simon. God bless you. Thank you.
Thank you, Pastor Simon, for the water. Yes, we must drink some water. I know everybody drink a thermos over here. Drinking my water. Praise the Lord. Amen.
Praise God. Praise God. I pray to God. It's a miracle. In the name of Jesus. God. Good morning again, everyone. Good morning. Good morning. God. God. This morning is a wonderful morning. It's a great morning. Praise God. Praise God. And I am happy this morning. I can say thank you, Jesus. I'm happy this morning to tell others what the Lord has done for me. Praise God. And to our First Lady on Miracle Prayer Line. Our birthday lady. Praise God.
Thank you. Amen.
Praise God. I might not have nothing to send to give you, but I have the love of Jesus Christ, right?
Amen.
When I have the love of Jesus Christ, no money, nothing cannot break it. Because money is the root of all evil.
Yeah.
Money brings friends and money brings friends. Praise God. So I'm not thinking about money. I'm thinking about what it do for us. Praise God. You have this miracle prayer line for each and every one of us on this prayer line can understand yourself and know the God we are serving. Praise God. Because you and Prophet this prayer line, you don't have a miracle prayer line where miracle take place every day. Praise God. And right now I don't know where it is now. Or where I don't go now from it now. The greatest thing we are 3 times a day. 3 times a day. And I pray God bless you. That's a live to see many more birthdays, many more to come. Praise God. And when you look like 100, you look like 60. Because that's the way the Lord gonna bless you. Let it come every day. Praise God. Because when we are children of God, and when the light shine upon us, we look fresh every day. Praise God. And so everybody Patterson. Praise God. Woman of God, I respect you so much. I have the love of Jesus Christ for you. Praise God. And whatever you're doing, continue. Continue. Do the good work. Because you're doing a great job. And I know that the Lord is going to reward you. We know the pay is great. Praise God. The Lord have a home for you in heaven. And when you reach at home, as you say, you're going to have a smile. Right now, you're smiling in heaven. Right now, you smile in heaven, and the Lord smile with you. Praise God. And I'm glad for you. And I'm happy for you. Praise God, because where I am now is greater where I was before. And I'm thanking God this morning that the Lord going to keep you. Let the light shine on you. Your health and strength. No sickness, no pain. Praise God. You're going to pray pain-free because you're a warrior for God. And when you're a warrior for God, the devil can't do you no harm. The devil just gives that purpose. When you have purpose, because I know that you're called for this work. You're going to prophesy to the people. You're a prophetess because I listen to you more time, you get vision and it happens. You tell us things and it happens. And many more days will come. When you begin to talk, people are going to shake. Because God's going to use them mightily, powerfully. Powerfully, they're not going to use you. And God bless you, Sister Beverly Patterson. Keep on doing good work. And let the grace of the Lord shine upon you. Let the grace of God cover you. Let the grace of God get you in the way you go in this work. The light of God will continue to shine upon you. God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you, and I receive your words. Thank you very much. Praise God. Amen. Thank you very much. We receive everything you just said. We get a lot of gifts today. Thank you. Praise God. That's an encouragement. Thank you very much. Praise the Lord. Amen.
Amen.
Praise God. But we're going to close out tonight a little later on, a testimony. And you can have someone can, anybody who's ever wanted to say anything else, so we can continue. One lady tell me she going to come sing for me. Therefore, later me wait until when she comes, she can come sing. So I should be the first one to start singing. Me here I go. She sing. When she sing for me, may I share the present and everything me get me a share it. Amen? I'm going to keep it down to myself. Amen. We have a share, Praise God. Amen. And what a small it is. We give God thanks. We give him praise. We give him glory. And we give him honor. We thank for everything that was said and done here today. What a word all the time. We listen to each of these. We receive it in Jesus' name. And may the Lord bless you and keep you, Pastor Simon. May pour down some more oil on you. Praise God and bless you. Everybody on the prayer line also ask the Lord to cover each and every one of us again. Put a bowl of fire around us. Even Brother Patterson here. When we speak, it's for everybody. Praise God this afternoon. So we tell God, thank you for everything that was said and done here tonight. In Jesus' name. Praise God. Amen. And I love you all with the love of Christ. Praise God. And we say, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come. Thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from all evil. For